Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explained here, bringing you guys another Q&A. It's been a minute since we've done one over here on the channel, and as always, we're going to be starting over on the Patreon. We did a Q&A a few months back, and I didn't get to everybody's questions over on YouTube, so like usual, we'll start over on Patreon, and then we'll go over to some of you guys' responses over on YouTube from the last Q&A. So if you didn't get your questions answered before, you'll probably get them answered now. So we're going to be going over with Koji, who wrote, which my apologies, my guy, I've not done a Q&A for Patreon in a minute. Koji says, what are your thoughts on Code? Will he be important later? If so, how? I enjoy listening to your opinions, and I am looking forward to what you have to say. Oh man, I appreciate that, brother. Code is one of those characters I'm gonna forever die on the hill. Like, I really believe that we're gonna look up, and towards the end of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, we're gonna be in a situation where we go back to chapter 4 and we say that's why he was kept alive. I refuse to believe that Code, especially given the new information we have that Kishimoto wanted to kill him and Ikimoto said, no, I got an idea for him. That just further cements my belief that Code is going to play some type of a Kabuto role, where not necessarily as a villain or anything like that, but at some point Code is going to do something where saving his life is going to pay massive dividends. So I definitely think he's going to be important later on. Whether or not he gets to finish his daddy Ishiki's story and get the chakra fruit that his daddy never won, we'll have to wait and see. If you get that reference, you are a king for that. LC says, hey man, hope everything's going well for you and your family's doing well, man. They are doing great, man. I am dreading getting ready to help with this move. You know, we got to get around 20 hours worth of driving in a few months, because my brother-in-law, my sister, my mom, my nephew, they're gonna be moving up to Washington, and like Washington State. It's a 20-hour drive because we're gonna move everything ourselves. So I am mentally preparing for that. That's gonna be fun, trying to do YouTube and keep up with the reviews on the other channel, and then do the moving and like the driving. Woo, that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun as hell. Wish I had shadow clones. All right, man, let's see what else you guys say. One quick question I have is, how has the rebrand of KRYPTONIAN SAIYAN gone for you? I think it was a slick move, branding wise and marketing wise. All right, so rename KRYPTONIAN SAIYAN as Anime Explained for branding reasons. We'll be renaming the One Piece channel as One Piece Explained rather soon, once Jujutsu Kaisen ends in a few more chapters, and the chapter review editor over there will be freed up to start working on that stuff. I won't put him on One Piece content until probably the top of the year, because like I gotta save a little bit extra money before I can kind of do that, you know. Life happens. Let's see, as far as like the rest of the rebrand, it's been going great, man. It's been doing very well. Like, we're getting about 600,000. I need roughly 600 to 700,000 views a month over on that channel to turn a profit. So like right now I'm basically breaking even that channel, but because the retention has like gone up like crazy over the last year and some change, the CPM's a lot higher than I thought it was, so that makes it easier to break even and potentially turn a profit. So for the most part, that's going well. I think we've gotten since the rebrand 4 videos that have broken 100,000 views over there, and we got a couple more that are sleepers, like one's at 87, another one's at 40. Great opportunity to just talk about non-Naruto content, because that was always my intention. I never wanted to be just pigeonholed down into Naruto and then pigeonholed down even further into just Boruto. So love it. Damn, this was a minute ago. Chapter 11 is what you're referencing. Boruto question: how do you think the Konoha Shinobi and Konohamaru at the Hidari battlefield chapter 11 will react to Boruto showing up in front of them, proving Kawaki's lies as he saves the village before their eyes, and that he was not behind the Shinji showing up? Kawaki relayed this to the Sense Unit a few chapters ago, so we have to assume this was all told to the Konoha Shinobi. Thanks man, sorry for asking 2 questions. Peace. No worries by asking 2 questions. So this would be a hindsight answer. I like the decision to essentially have it revealed that, like, yeah, we're gonna arrest Boruto because we still believe that he murdered Naruto and our memories still have them flip. I think that's the only route that you could have taken. Like, if Konoha would have seen all that and immediately jumped to the conclusion of like, oh yeah, you know, Boruto's innocent, that's my best buddy's son, and yada. If he'd immediately jumped to that, it goes in the face of Omnipotence. It's gonna take a more of a delayed payoff. So I am fine with it. You know, for now, the memes and the jokes will continue. If you ever felt like you were stupid, try to remember that Konoha put handcuffs on Boruto, just like using genjutsu on Kurenai, though this is a little bit more egregious, the Kurenai part, I mean, than what Konoha did with Boruto, because like at least those handcuffs, they stop chakra. So Boruto, unless he's just physically super strong without chakra, he's not breaking out of it, whereas with genjutsu's not working on the Sharingan. All right, let's see. Zay says, we haven't seen Momoshiki yet, and I wonder every chapter about what do you think Momo's role will be in the story going forward, and what do you think he can also help Boruto in the future with the Shinju. It's mutual, it's a mutual alliance. So Momoshiki's gonna torment this dude, gaslight, whatever he can do, because at the end of the day, Momoshiki can't resurrect using Boruto's body, but he can hijack him. So it's in his best benefit to just break Boruto mentally, or have Boruto so thrown off that his chakra gets so low that Momoshiki can hijack. If it looks like Boruto's about to be eaten, Momoshiki's gonna take over. And I actually have a video that I'm dreading doing because I hate the idea of doing it, but I think based on what Kashin Koji has said about Boruto failing in every possible future he saw, just about, there are a few where they pull off their plan. The fact that Jura was able to kill Boruto on so many of those timelines that Koji saw possible futures for, what that means is that Jura is even stronger than Momoshiki when Momoshiki hijacks Boruto's body. So we gotta have the conversation, is Jura stronger than Ishiki? I think that that's a solid question to have to ask. As far as like, what do you think Momoshiki's role is going to be? I think that's what it is. I know people don't like this idea, this concept, but let's go Momoshiki is happening. I don't believe that we're going to get the inverse of the folklore. If you know the Momotaro Peach Boy folklore, you know exactly why I say that. Zeko says, my guess is that Himawari is not going to have the Tenseigan, but maybe that yellow Byakugan, same as Momoshiki. It'll be a nice thing to learn new things about that dojutsu, maybe as far beyond normal Byakugan. What do you think about this theory? I gotta check because I don't remember. It's been so long since I've seen the color page, like the official color page for when Momoshiki transformed in the manga. But I don't remember if that yellow Rinnegan, because it wasn't even a Byakugan, was it? It was a Rinnegan on top of his forehead. I don't even remember if it was yellow in the manga, like on the chapter cover. That'd be interesting. I don't think we're gonna get an answer for it. I think that's just one of those things. It's Ikimoto's design choices. Like, he's a big fan of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I just got to like the last 2 chapters of part 1 of JoJo, and I can see it, like the influences. So that'd be interesting as far as for there being something beyond a Byakugan. I mean, we got the Tenseigan, but like not every person can get it. You got to be an Otsutuski, and you got to swap out the Byakugan with a Hyuga clan member, and it has to be a Hyuga with a pure Byakugan, whatever the standard for that is. I think that to be like a certain age or something like that based on Naruto last, because otherwise like Toneri could have just walked up to Hiyashi and said, give me that Byakugan, you know. So I don't know about that one. Sage Kaioken says, your content is amazing, bro, man. I appreciate that. You're on the Patreon, so you know, like, it's been slow, but I'm starting to get some of the editors back. They've had to take some time off because some various bills that have come up, from lawyer bills, legal bills, IRS bills, having extra mouths to take care of. It's been a rough 2024. Was not able to do the content strategy I wanted to, which is basically have like 15 of the videos each month edited by editors, and then like the chapter review would just be the chapter review editor for Boruto, and then like the manga discussions will be edited by me. So yeah, man, 2025, you know, we're getting some of the seeds in place, so we had to shift our strategy, which is ironic because like in 2024 we have more watch time than we had last year, and we're on track for the same amount of views as last year. We're running a little bit behind on the reviews because the Naruto videos aren't doing as good as they did last year, The Boruto videos are staying about constant, but the watch time is up. So that's the most important thing. For somebody that's watching this wants to be a creator, don't even pay too much attention to like the views you get on the front end. Like if you just look at like my front end views, like my front end views each month are like 1.1, 1.2 million views. But the overall body of views for each month is between 3 and 6 million views. It's because evergreen content gets views over time, and you're able to generate that when you have a high retention rate. So pro tip for anybody watching this wants to be a content creator. He says, you've been a continuous source of not only entertainment, but knowledge and keeping my interest in anime manga alive. I live in a shell. I thought manga was an ex-fruit from overseas for a good while, and I can't lie. Just showing appreciation. Stay up, man. I appreciate that, brother, man. Hey, you guys already know. I prefer manga over anime. Like, I've read Naruto's manga. What have I done? Like 60 what ifs on this channel. I did like another 40 or something on KRYPTONIAN and SAIYAN before those got privated. Like every what if I've done, I've read Naruto's manga. And yet by extension, I've maybe seen 150 episodes of the 2 Naruto anime. Like if I wasn't reviewing Boruto's anime, I wouldn't have watched Boruto's anime. But you guys said, hey, you need to check the anime out. You know, I really want to see reviews from you. So hence I got into Boruto's anime. Like the small changes get on my nerves. Like the big changes, there aren't many in Naruto. If you read Naruto's manga, story-wise, beat for beat is pretty similar, but like there's like a lot of like small changes that annoy me when I see Naruto's anime. Like I was just posting this in the Patreon Discord server. Like a great example, you guys have heard me say like, oh yeah, you know, they changed it where in the Land of Waves arc, every member of Team 7 saved Naruto. Like Sakura saves Naruto from Zabuza's attack in the manga. Another great example is how like in Naruto's anime they changed the heights of the members of Team 7. So like Sakura is taller than Naruto and Sasuke in the manga because girls hit their adult height before boys do. In particular, Sakura in the Chunin exams is taller than them in the manga, and they cut out like little scenes of like Sasuke and Sakura looking at each other out the corner of the eye, smiling and blushing, etc. And then people say, oh my god, how'd they get together? That makes no sense. There was no foreshadowing. There was foreshadowing, but you gotta read the damn manga. If you watch the anime, you're gonna miss all that shit. So you know, just like, and that's just the Sakura stuff. I mean, I can go through different characterizations on multiple characters where it's small stuff where it's a craw in my cap when I see it. Let's see, KC Forever Boy 80 says, what up fam, never told you this before, but your channel assisted me in overcoming drug and alcohol addiction. So a big thanks for what you do. My question, man, holy shit, dude. Congratulations on beating that. Drug and alcohol addiction. Yeah, congratulations on that. That's huge. That's huge, man. Like I struggled with alcohol for a while, so I already know that one. Like you guys know my story with my father and everything with drugs, you know, like I'm gonna put it all the way out there for a second real quick, right? Like I told you guys like the story with my dad and how he battled drugs for a long time. He was racing a car. My dad was like a genius when it came to mechanics, and that's not me hyping the guy up. Like every person from like teachers at the high school that was there when he was teaching, not teaching, but when he was a student, and when I was in high school, those same teachers are there. They're like, no, your dad was a genius. If it had an engine, your dad knew how to take it apart and fix it and make it better. Like my dad was like in school for like the engineering stuff, and he was just one of those people from all accounts that he didn't have to study. He just knew stuff. And he killed his best friend in a car that he was racing that he built from the ground up. And it's because they didn't have seat belts, and his best friend's head like slides across the thing and hits the windshield and kills him on impact. And I got my dad on drugs, and he struggled with it for a long time. And that's why, like for me, like I've tried to not go into the drug part, and I try to be cognizant that addiction runs in my family. Because like with my uncle, God bless his dad, my uncle was on crack just like how my dad was, and he was sober for a long time. And this is a warning for you to just whatever got you sober. If I help even the smallest bit, this just gives me more reason to continue to make content that people enjoy. But whatever got you sober in your personal life, stick to that. Hold on to it, because I don't want what happened to my uncle happen to you, where right before my uncle died in 2020, my uncle regressed to where he was back on drugs. This time he was on heroin. And the reason why I know he was on heroin is my cousin, when he's going to the hospital, my cousin, she tells me, hey, like, you need to go in there and get his things before your mom does. I go, why? And she said, just don't look at it. So you tell me not to do something, I'm gonna do it. And so I noticed there's this black case, and I'm like, oh, okay, this must be like his diabetes stuff or something, right? And I unzip it and look at it. He's got heroin in the case. He's got a spoon in there, and he's got that rubber band thing that they tie around the arm so they can get the needle in there, all that. I had to take that and get rid of that, because that would have crushed my mom, and my mom would have known that my uncle had been sober for 30 years and had regressed. So first and foremost, fam, beautiful thing that you are sober. I pray, I wish, if anybody's watching this and like you're not religious, just send positive thoughts that KC Forever Boy 80 just stays sober. So let's see what you say for the question. My question is, if you had to pick 3 characters right now, Boruto 2 Blue Vortex get death flags down the road, who would you pick? So if it was up to me, I would put, and if they get the death flag, they have to die. I'm gonna go scorched earth. I want Boruto, I want Kawaki, and I want Daemon. I want all 3 of them dead. It's not gonna happen, but if I had to pick, those would be the 3 where I'm like, they gotta go, kill them off, scorched earth, piss everybody off, piss them all off. Like, I don't care, man. They can get the Gojo treatment, man. If you know, you know. Big Nate R. Robbins says, which that's not a spoiler. If you watch season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen, you are fine. That is what I'm referring to. You gotta say, for something, oh my God, you're talking spoilers and I got spoiled. Shut up. All right, Big Nate R. Robbins says, the main question I have is, oh man, I should probably cut that. I ain't gonna cut it though. The big question I have is that, do you feel that if they were to try to extract the 9 tails, someone would have to do the Granny Chio thing? I mean, her grandfather would definitely give his life to save Himawari. I mean, that explains, or not explains, but that depends on, does anybody from Konoha even know that jutsu? Because that's a hidden sand village jutsu that's exclusive to the sand village. And to my knowledge, Konoha doesn't have a jutsu like that, where you can restore somebody to life in exchange for your own life. Like, I think Don's jutsu, but that's like the soul transference though, so I don't even think that's the same thing. The other cool thing, the other would be so cool to see, is a 9-tail 128 palms rotation mixed with a Rasengan laced with 9 tails chakra. Let this man cook. Let the record show that this man done cooked. All right, Zeko says, in my opinion, Boruto's already stronger than Barry Almo Naruto. And if he's gonna use full power, Kurama and Jogan is far beyond Naruto. What do you think about that? I think that we gotta have some uncomfortable conversations just based on how easily he dogs out Code, and Code is stronger than the Jigen that fought Naruto and Sasuke. People don't want to hear that. Oh my God, Daemon stomped him out and Daemon made it look easy, and Daemon also tells us he never uses full power. That is a shonen trope. My favorite example of this being how everyone craps on Buu Saga Gohan and the early Buu Saga, which Dragon Ball, it heavily inspires Boruto. I'm using this as an example. So we have a literal statement from Vegeta and Goku, who directly scale Dabura or Dabura to being at the same power level as the Cell that Gohan fought. And Gohan was fighting relatively even. That was all used as a way to say, hey, compared to Cell, these guys are this strong. And then you have Majin Buu, Fat Buu, dog them out in order to show the progression of power. That's basically what Daemon serves. So, I mean, the conversation's there that he surpassed Barry Almo Naruto just based on how easily he took out Code. People don't like to hear that, but I think there's enough to start the conversation. Jay Briz says, how do you recommend editing videos if I don't want to be on camera, anime and manga discussions? I see how it's done on the channel, but I don't know any of the rules regarding copyright stuff. I used to just go on the camera and yap, but I felt burnt out quickly and the video so sloppy. By the way, I'm Big Snow in Discord. Love what you're doing, man. The content helps so much. Keep up the great work. Man, I think you might have asked this in the Patreon Discord server, because I remember giving somebody advice on YouTube. So the thing I would say, right, when it comes to YouTube, So I used to be on camera. Let me just start there. I used to be on camera. I did 2015 to, what was it? 2018, I think. Yeah, because I did Naruto Explained in 2018. So I used to be on camera for a lot of videos. I don't miss having to deal with things like lighting. I'm giving you pros and cons before I answer your question. So I don't miss having to deal with lighting, make sure your lighting's good. And with talking on camera, it's different now because you have to do so many different things in terms of engagement, unless you just have like a super crazy personality. It's not that many people that just look into the camera and hold people's attention. So I say that to say, when it comes to the editing, if you want to make sure that your stuff avoids copyright, you're going to follow these guidelines. So these guidelines I'm giving you are I'm giving you sauce. I'm not going to say, well, I'll say it because I know they're not going to care. So these guidelines I have are the guidelines that my guys from Anime Balls Deep give me when telling like new editors. I've been in the process of interviewing and building them up for the other channel, and then having those same people, once they're comfortable enough, have them edit on Naruto Explained, because I can't afford to take as many risks with Naruto Explained with untrained editors. So this is what you have to follow. Never put manga panels without each panel being cropped. Do not have it on screen for longer than 5 seconds. Colored panels, I would break that rule, and as you guys have seen, I break the rule with colored panels. But if you notice, always crop. The other thing is that if you add panels manipulated by adding effects, this can be drop shadows, it can be transition effects. You should also have another render over whatever copyrighted material that you're showing at all times. Have an intermission between when you show the next panel, like don't show panel by panel throughout your video. Again, I break that rule for colored panels, but as AI is getting more and more implemented into YouTube and detection services, I'm going to start phasing it out probably sometime next year. So follow that. If you'll recall, like the old videos, I used to have like the avatar on there. After so many different video clips and manga panels, you just see the avatar for 10 to 15, sometimes 30 seconds. That's why. It's because of copyright. Have an intermission period between when you show the next panel, like don't show panel by panel through it. We already went over that. Basically, when you use manga and anime clips, they should be in addition to your story. It should be an accessory. You can't use it as the primary storytelling method. I will break that rule when it comes to colored manga panels, but basically when you script things out, you want to make sure that your words tell the story, that your script is the main driving factor, not the clips that you use, not the manga panel. Everything that you use should only be used to prove the points that you're saying and to be used for storytelling purposes, but it should not be your main crux. Again, I bend some of those rules, but I know I'm playing with fire on that. So that will be my best advice to you. Revolution 91156. What is your favorite show, movie, or anime that isn't Naruto, Boruto? Okay, so we'll do all three, right? So my favorite anime that is not Naruto, Boruto. By anime, I'm saying manga, because as you guys know, I'm a bigger manga fan than an anime fan. Rurouni Kenshin all day. Now, as far as my favorite TV show, it's a toss-up, right? Like, I really love Suits, I really love Power, and my guilty pleasure TV show would either be Chicago PD or Vampire Diaries. Like, I've probably seen Vampire Diaries, like the original series, the originals, and Legacies like 5 times. Like, I love that series. Which, side note, my God, Alex Lepre and Danielle Rose Russell, if I could shoot my shot with them, man, I'm pulling up like Steph Curry from 3 on that one. I ain't missing. I just need a conversation. I run into either one of their doppelgangers, right? It's over. Don't no other woman exist at that point. Yo, somebody comment Thirsty Crypto down in the comment section, man. Favorite movie's tough, man, because like I got like a few movies that I'm fans of. I'd probably say Crash. That's like a movie that came out, I want to say like the 2010s. I like Crash just because it does not shy away from talking about some of the ugly sides of racism, and I thought that whole concept of showing multiple different perspectives for storytelling from different characters, I thought that was well done. Like a guilty pleasure movie for me, like if you put the Harry Potter movies on, I'm probably gonna sit down and watch all of them in one sitting. Tommy Bunnybread says, Do you think they'll ever elaborate on how exactly omnipotence has affected Sarada's relationships? Personally, I don't think so, because it's not relevant. I know that's not like the not the answer that you want to hear. I know you're a huge Boruto anime fan, but like just looking like the Chocho thing, maybe you see something with that, but Sarada and Chocho and Boruto's manga, they ain't really interacted. Like they interacted in Naruto Gaiden. So that's Kishimoto's chapters, Naruto's chapter 701 to chapter 710. They were, Sarada was the main character in that one. Chocho was a support character. Boruto, Naruto, Next Generations, they barely interacted. The only impact as far as friendships, like maybe you see something with Mitsuki where there's some drama, but I'm even doubting that we're going to see that, because like Mitsuki's already starting to say, hey, maybe something's, different with Boruto and Kawaki, and her and Ada, that's potential for something, because I do believe that Sarada and Ada are going to be genuine, sincere friends. So we're going to go over to YouTube now. We're going to look at some of the YouTube stuff. So right here, the question, the ultimate question, melons or booty? My homie Six Paths is somebody, not to be confused with Six the YouTuber, cool guy, spoke to him a few times, but my homie Six Paths has helped me through a few things. Man, I'm just gonna say this, man. He's a booty guy. I like breasts. Like booty is like further down the list of me, right? I like breasts and I like legs, and I like booty after that. So that's kind of the preference right there. And I know it's like probably an unpopular thing, because I know a lot of guys like breasts. I mean, excuse me, a lot of guys like booty. I like breasts. I like breasts a lot. Oh man, I'm gonna get myself in trouble with that one, man. I'm gonna quit, man. Let me try and clean this up a bit, right? Because like it's like 13 or 14% of you guys that are women watching the channel. Like that's just like on appearances. Like if you start getting into like all the other things I find attractive about a woman, like I'm very simple, very simple. Are you a chill person to be around? Are you supportive? Do you not smoke? Do you not drink? Or if you do drink, is it just like you want some wine or something with dinner, or we're at like a bar or a club or something, you get like a few drinks because we're out with some friends? Are you not ignorant? Are you open to try new stuff? Are you a supportive person? Are you pleasant to be around? All that stuff goes into it in terms of like what I prefer when it comes to women or whatever. But I mean, most men are visual. I'm visual. Like I've gotta be attracted to you first, and then if all those other things kind of fall into place, like man, you good to go. Negatron 62 says, we do in-depth videos on the following verses: Obito versus Itachi, Obito versus Nagato / Nagato Six Paths of Pain. Yes, I actually have Obito versus Itachi already scripted. That's probably going to be a 40-minute video. I have that one scripted. I'm just, again, kind of waiting to get this IRS tax bill kind of paid down. I owe $11,000 more than I expected to owe, so IRS has me bent over, and they're not using lube right now, and I've got some other unexpected family obligations. Obito versus Nagato, that'd be a good one, man. I'm gonna do those. Dewey7493 says, hey man, first of all, love your videos. I have 2 questions. I see that you are a huge WWE fan. Absolutely. You notice the title on KRYPTONIAN saying, where you see like the title on the shoulders, doing the Roman Reigns pose, and then over here on Naruto Explained, you got 2-belt Naruto Explained, because it's 2 channels with 100,000 subscribers on it. Yeah, like that's like, yeah, I'm a huge wrestling fan, man. In my office, like I got, and I might put it up here on the video, like I got both of Roman's title belts autographed in my office. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. I wonder if you'll start making WWE content. If you do, I'm definitely watching. One of my editors, who also edits with Anime Balls Deep, he's been pushing me on that, because he helps Anime Balls Deep with their wrestling channel. He's like, look man, like as much as you know about wrestling, why aren't you doing this? I'm kind of 50-50 on it, because number one, obviously I can't afford to put the resources there now. But the other thing too is like, I'm trying to be aware to not stretch myself too thin, because there are 4 YouTube channels, 3 of which are anime related, 3 of which are over 100,000 subscribers. 1 is private, which I'm not going to make public to you guys in terms of telling you what that is until I finish running the experiment on it, because it's not anime related. And I run a couple businesses away from YouTube. So I don't want to try and do something else in terms of like doing a wrestling channel and spread myself so thin to where I can't manage everything. Because like on Anime Explained / KRYPTONIAN saying, there's a chapter review editor, there's a evergreen video editor, there's a shorts editor. Here on Naruto Explained, there's 4 people who do shorts strictly for the videos, like for the shorts content, and then there's a chapter review editor for the Boruto reviews. And then there's 2 people who help out on long form videos that are just now coming back to the channel because I've had to put them on the back burner because that IRS bill, again, an extra $11,000, did not think I needed to pay. Then you got the private channel where I've been freelancing on that. And then you have the One Piece channel that I'm going to start building a lot of resources into in 2025. So I can't do another channel just yet. Number 2, if you have to give Naruto and Boruto characters wrestling interest themes from WWE, what will they be? What will suit the most and for who? First and foremost, right? We're going to have to give that boy Jura Roman Reigns tribal chief music, because just as like that whole music right there gives you that god aura, that's what Jura's got right now. He's just got aura on a different level. And then with Boruto, we'll give him Roman's new theme as well, because that also got a god level feel to it. For Kawaki, I could troll Kawaki and say, let's give him like Alpha Academy or something, but we're going to give Kawaki something nice. We're going to give Kawaki the Seth Rollins music. We're just not going to call him a clown show like Seth Rollins. And then with Sarada, I think you said pick 2. I'm going to do one more. So with Sarada, I think we gotta give Sarada the Chelsea Green music. Chelsea Green's like my favorite female wrestler on the roster right now. Her and Tiffany Stratton. So I gotta give Sarada something nice, man. You know, come and think of it, she does kind of act like a Karen the way that Chelsea Green does. So Chelsea Green might be for the better for her. And you said something for a Naruto character too, right? So you know, with Madara, we gotta give Madara that Stone Cold Steve Austin Breaking Glass, the original, not that garbage that they did when they turned him heel and they had like the Disturbed music and everything. Like just the iconic Breaking Glass and the guitar riffs, that's Mamoru Uchiha. As soon as you heard that glass break, you knew Austin was gonna screw some stuff up. That just needs to play every time Madara does something. Jaden McCord 20 says, while reading through once again, I had the thought, since Kurama was reborn now after Omnipotence, and he knows about the previous life with Naruto, could it be possible that he would know that Naruto's Boruto's real son? Yeah, I've done a video on that one. I've done a video on it, like the thumbnail should have Kurama holding up a photo of Naruto on it saying, this is your real brother, and Kawaki pointing in the finger. Check that one out. He then goes on to say, this could mean that should Boruto go see Himawari in the next chapter, Kurama could say something and tell Himawari that Boruto's a real brother, although the Omnipotence would probably kick in a little while after, or in after a little while. It's just a little thought I had. Also, love your content and none of your hard work goes unnoticed. I appreciate that, man. I need to hear that. Strongly recommend you check out that video. Again, scroll down through the video section. Don't remember what I titled it. Part of the reason why I'm debating going back to just my straightforward titles, because I can't even keep track of my titles. But the thumbnail is Kurama holding up Boruto's picture and Kawaki getting pissed off in the background. Lost Zoro says, that's my guy right there, man. That's my guy. Lost Zoro, amazing person. What inspires you the most? Because damn, man, I have seen you grinding and I want to know all the motivation behind it. That's my guy. He goes a long way. Like that's the guy that helps me out with a lot of the reviews you see on my 2 primary channels. He's edited some of the videos here on the channel. I want to say he did the why Sasuke's out of chakra video. He either did that one or the Who is Metal Lee's mom video. But like my motivation for grinding, it's really twofold. Like the first one is a couple of YouTubers that like really inspired me to just like lock in and want to make content. The main one being Rhyme Style. Like Rhyme Style would do, you think I'm crazy for 1 video a day. I remember for like a good 7-year stretch, Rhyme Style was doing 2 videos a day. He's a Dragon Ball video game creator. And so that was like a large part of that mentality. And then for Neverworld would lock in for a long stretch where he was doing something damn near every day. And then the other thing is, and I'll probably show the photo on this. I got an email from a viewer subscriber named Andrea who had some medical issues, and she made a paper craft for me after I lost Kryptonian SAIYAN, and I got it back, but I was already knee deep into doing Naruto Explained. And so she made a paper craft as a thank you. I gave her the P.O. Box office number for the old city I used to live in, and I have that in my office as a reminder, because she would, say like, I'm in a lot of pain, I'm getting all this surgery work, I have disabilities, but just watching your content really takes a lot of the edge off. And that was like a reminder to me, and it's a daily reminder that you never know what your content can do for someone. So that's like a huge motivating factor for me. I haven't really said this in a while, but I love the community. Like I love being able to upload and read you guys' comments and talk. And, I know there's some trolls there, and like I know there's some people that for whatever reason, I don't like your content, but I'm aware of every single video that you upload, and I'm gonna comment on every single video that I don't like what you're doing. Whatever. I don't take this for granted. I really don't take it for granted. That's why the people that say, you're so arrogant, you don't value your audience, that's why like to people like that, as soon as I read a comment like that, I can literally look up on my wall and I can see that letter that I got from a subscriber named Mike Short. This was years ago. Sent me some really cool Naruto figures and everything, heartfelt letter, where I can look and I can see that paper craft that Andrea sent. There's a few other items that I've gotten from subscribers back when I used to make my P.O. Box publicly available. And those are just reminders, hey, keep going. That's why I'll try to respond to as many comments as I can, but I have a limit on how many I respond to each day. I upload daily because I know that there's somebody like that that's out there. I was fortunate enough to be able to speak to a few people that have circumstances like that. And, they say like, hey, when I get the notification, it makes things easier. And that just gives me fire, man. Because you guys are, to know that you guys are helping me through battling my demons, and I'm helping some of you guys battle your demons just by talking to you best friend to best friend. Why wouldn't I upload daily? Okay, Assure say Surge. I think you asked a question earlier, so I'm gonna skip over you. This will be the last one that I do here. Let's see. Mr. Beast Mode 2494 says, first I want to say you're the best anime manga on this platform, man. I really appreciate your hard work and dedication to the videos and your community. My question is, besides the obvious plot points in Boruto not controlling his karma, or how Kurama or how Himawari has Kurama, what other things do happen in Boruto 2 Blue Vortex that can shake up the story? So first and foremost, I can't say that I'm the best anime manga creator on this platform. I know you didn't say creator, I'm assuming that's what you mean. I can't take that mantle, so don't get me wrong, I am well aware of the fact that as a content creator, I'm in a very, very blessed position. I'm gonna give you some numbers that you don't hear too many people that are in this space actually pull back the curtain and let you know. So 90% of videos that are uploaded onto YouTube don't even hit 1,000 views. So by default, if you get 1,000 plus 1 for views, you're in the top 10% of videos uploaded onto the platform. There are 2 billion users on YouTube. There are 100 million channels that are in the content creator program. Out of that 100 million, only 2 million of them have over 10,000 subscribers. Only 300,000 have over 100,000 subscribers. Less than 0.77% of videos uploaded, not even 1%, 0.77%, less than that, end up doing 100,000 views. So it's because I am aware of those numbers that I don't take none of this for granted. You said that I'm the best, and I say the reason why I can't say I'm the best is I'm aware of the peers I have, including peers I have that I talk to privately, and I've never told them this. I think Anime Balls Deep knows it, but I look at them and I use them as motivation to just keep trying to take another step forward, to have that Rock Lee state of mind. I'm not going to be like my guys ABD or my guys Swag Kage or my guys at Plot Armor or my guy Nux Taku. If those guys are Kakashi, I got to take the Might Guy approach. I got to take the Rock Lee approach. Every single day, I got to show up for work. A day that I ain't working is a day I'm not growing. I'm not an exception to the rule like my guys over there at Plot Armor. And I'm fortunate enough that like I've had conversations with all three of those parties and they don't know it because I've never told them this. So now they're probably gonna know it's my eclipses. But you know, I look at those three guys or those three groups of guys and they're that reminder, get your ass up and work. That's your motivation, whether it be maybe I can do delivery better, maybe I can do jokes better, maybe I can convey information better, maybe I can interact with the audience better, maybe I can troll better, maybe I can do better titles, maybe I can do better thumbnails. It's like what Rock Lee said, better than you were yesterday. That's my approach. Like I'm well aware of, hey, like I'm getting 6 million views a month roughly from uploading content. I'm getting back end views on stuff. Like I am well aware that that is a blessed position to be in. But my motivation is like, okay, I'm getting 6, but my guys over at Anime Balls Deep, they're getting 12 million views. So maybe I need to tweak. Maybe I need to pick a deal or Yusuf or Harrison or Sid. Maybe I need to start picking some brains. And I ask them, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this title? What do you think about this thumbnail? I look for feedback because I'm humble enough to know that I am not the best. I appreciate you saying that, but I know damn well I am not the best. And I'm going to work my ass off to make sure that I keep you feeling that way. That way, one day I'll be deserving of you saying that. I look at it like, hey, I'm Rock Lee. I got to show up every day and I got to put the work in. You know, I'm going to be one of those channels that more than likely, like whenever I do hit 1 million subscribers, I'm probably going to have to put in more work than what the average is. The average is to hit 1 million subscribers, you need 3,800 videos up on the platform. Videos, not shorts, videos. Like if you just look at the videos I have, the number of videos that are up on YouTube on this channel is 2,190 videos. From 2018, like fall 2018 to currently when I'm recording this in fall 2024. Which reminder, if you try and like look up the number of videos or something, like YouTube includes like any shorts you upload in that total. So YouTube might say it is 2,500 when that's not the case, 2,190. So just like a little food for thought, you know, again, being transparent, I know some of you guys are creators. In the day, like I'm gonna have to go over that number and I'm all for it. You know, I've never been scared of a little hard work. And it's because of you guys. You guys been holding me down on YouTube for going back to my first channel, 9 years, man. The least I can do is show up and get the work done. Whereas with them, like Anime Balls Deep, they're kind of like the Sage of Six Paths of the anime community, in my opinion. You know, Swag is like the Madara of the Naruto community. Like everybody sees that dude come and says, oh my God, run, it's dropping a meteor. And I mean, like when you look at those guys at Plot Armor, man, you know, especially KJ, like KJ's like such a good soul, man. Like we've had amazing conversations in private. But you know, like them, I mean, like they're the up and coming Sasuke. They're gonna, in my opinion, they're gonna surpass the guys at ABD. They're going to surpass Gigic. Like I am very high on the guys over at Plot Armor. To be that young and to have gotten this far, like Adil's like my age. I want to say Swag is a few years younger than me, but like those guys at Plot Armor are younger than all of us. So I can't take that. You know, I have a lunch pail mentality and I have a chip on my shoulder to upload every single day. Again, I can't take that, but I'm going to work my ass off to make sure that one day I am worthy of the praise that you just gave me. That is highly inspirational.